Hey, welcome back, multifamily investors. We're looking at last week's sales of multifamily, kind of in the Western Washington region, the 5 counties that I watch, which again are Snohomish, King, Pierce, Kitsap, Thurston. So we're looking, and as usual, we're right at that 11, 12, 13 list of properties that have sold in the last 7 days. I go back and look at the last week's closings, and again, you're going to see, which is very typical, a lot of duplexes, and then a couple bigger properties that are usually in the Seattle area. That's pretty typical. You can see a lot of these still closing under a month, 10 days here, 7 days there, and then a couple of stragglers that are out there for a while. Let's dive into this so I can show you real quick kind of what kind of properties. This was a fixer duplex in South Tacoma, Parkland area for $430. Went hard money, so I think they're going to flip it, be my guess. I don't think it's a traditional burr or anything. This was a cash deal. It was on the market a while. Rebecca toured this for some clients. We watched it go from $585 down to $535, and it finally sold all cash for $520. Wasn't a bad property. It had a 0 lot line there, which I think was turning some people off. But this one in Tacoma, I believe, was conventional, $675, sold for $650. This one in Sumner went to a VA. They're calling it a triplex. I think it was actually like 3 little different places. Yeah, it had a duplex and a house. That's the situation. But that's not a bad price for 3 units, especially in Sumner, which is North Pierce. This was a VA buyer and got a $20,000 credit from the seller. So not bad for them. This one in Olympia, $735. I believe it was all cash or conventional. Oh no, this one was conventional. Sorry, I believe it was conventional. This one in Mount Lake Terrace was all cash. I don't know. Again, I guess people are so intimidated by the rates that they'd rather park $800,000 instead of leveraging even 50% of that or whatever. It just blows my mind that someone put $800,000 down on a small little duplex like that. But to each his own, which is great, because we all don't want the same thing. That would be even more challenging for the market, right? This one in Marysville, I believe, also was VA. Listed for $834, sold for $815. This one went seller financing in Olympia, is $895, sold for $873. It wasn't listed like it was offering seller financing, but they were able to negotiate that. So that's the other thing. You never know until you have a conversation. This was all cash buyer. One's listed for $1.7, sold for $1.54, fourplex in Capitol Hill. This one was all cash. Queen Anne, listed for $2.1, sold for $1.950. And this one was all cash, listed for $1.975, sold for $1.975, all cash. This was a 10 unit, all 2 beds. I think the complex goes up to 10, 2-bed, units, approximately 1,000 square feet. So I think it was a cap on this was 6.4, which actually isn't terrible, right? But this was Lacey, which is down in Thurston County, down by Olympia. But there you have 3 cash buyers all parking money into these deals. And then the others were pretty much conventional or VA for the most part. When we go back and look at the single line, you can see ranging from $430 to about $2 million. Not a lot of big transactions. I scope everything up to 7 or 10 million or so, and not a lot of big stuff. So this 1 to 2 million, 2.5 is still, I think, pretty active. Even though you have a 30-day and a 92-day and a 10-day. And this one, Olympia, was on for a week. So it's kind of all over the map here on some of these deals. But anyway, things are still moving and progressing. Investors are still adding to the portfolio or liquidating, moving up, scaling up. I'm guessing a lot of these cash buyers are 1031, and they were probably moving into bigger deals and deferring their taxes through 1031s. If you don't know what a 1031 is, feel free to send me a note, send a comment, and I'm happy to explain or send you a link. All right, there you go. Thanks for watching.